Welcome to our home on
Thank
Pooper
you.
Day.
I like your purple. We were here in Gettysburg where there was a civil war because Americans couldn't work it out. And I'm worried, we're going to have another civil war. Or is this a civil war? I mean, is this how rich countries do civil wars? Shooting tweets instead of bullets. But, is that where we are?
If Hillary gets in, there could very well be a civil war. Yeah. There's a lot of people that are really freaked out. They don't know what to do. I mean, I don't have guns and stuff like that to go and do anything with them.
Right.
But I know people that do.
Why?
Why? I don't think there's any turning back if she gets in this time. I think it's our last chance to get it right.
Her principles are communistic ideals. That's my opinion. Yeah.
Lying, deleting things when she was under investigation and was supposed to be subpoenaed, and she deleted a bunch of stuff before she submitted things.
You got a guy that's confessed to sexual assault, which is a crime. Does that bother you?
I didn't see anything to him admitting to sexual assault. I heard him talk about women in a degrading way.
She's above the law. And there's not one person that can touch her. And she scares me.
She's somebody else behind closed doors, too.
Behind closed doors,
She's so above the law.
Okay, but I'll shock you now. I agree with you. I worked in the White House. If I had done what Hillary Clinton had done, I would be at Guantanamo. But just because she's got poop on her shoe doesn't mean that you want to be walking down the aisle with this man.
You didn't have to have a college education. You can graduate high school. You can work at the local factory. You can work at the local plant. You can go into manufacturing and work there 35, 40 years and retire. These jobs have left us within the last 25 to 30 years. They're gone because so much federal regulation has strangled business, strangled on.
But you blame federal regulations for...
Absolutely.
Well, why?
I can tell you personally, I've had basically 2 careers killed from NAFTA being passed. And now I have a second career in which I'm involved in a cigar industry. And they now want anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million per blend to be approved by the Food and Drug Administration.
Well, I'm learning something. This is actually helpful to me. When I'm in these conversations is at a national level, at a federal level, in Washington, D.C., and it's just all rhetoric. And your experience in that sector of the economy is that the FDA is doing stuff that's causing you a bunch of heartburn.
Yes.
So why is it that you think that Trump is your friend? He sends jobs overseas. He cheats small businesses. He declares bankruptcy for his companies and then makes everybody else take a bath. Why is this? I can see why you want an outsider, even maybe a business outsider, but why this guy? I'm
taking the lesser of the 2 evils.
Here's the stereotype about the Trump voters, that all the economic stuff and the regulation and the big government, all sort of stuff is really just a cover. And what is really going on is you don't like the immigrants, you don't like the Muslims, you don't like black people, and you like the fact that Donald Trump is up there saying stuff that's offending all these different groups. If your real concerns are economic overregulation and trying to get these jobs back and undo these trade deals, I'll fight till the last dog barks to get that fixed. But there's this whole other part of the Trump thing that is all of these, antagonisms that continue to land on certain groups.
You're a racist if you dress up in a Halloween costume as an Indian. Are we that sissified now? Our feelings are that fragile this is what we've come down to.
But here's the deal. You got all these groups hollering. Donald Trump runs his mouth. The Mexicans say, that hurts me. I'm going to tell you.
People have got to toughen up.
No, you don't have the right to tell somebody else how to deal with the pain that they're going through. If you say you should get a thicker skin, if you say you need to get over yourself, I'm going to hear that as this person does not respect me, does not understand me, does not know what I've gone through, it doesn't care. When you tell somebody, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you.
And I'm trying to do the same
I know,
thing.
and I appreciate
we're going to agree
but
here.
We don't have to agree. And what I'm trying to figure out is how did it get to the point where when you disagree with somebody, you have to be their enemy?
That just happened to me this past week. And one of my friends blasted me on social media. And how can a mother who professes to so love her children support Trump, who's a blah, 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 blah. And she called me two-faced, and she just cut into me big time. I lost a friend that I really liked and cared about. And how did my mothering come into play with who I'm supporting for president. Like, how dare you put me out there to be this evil individual? It broke my heart. It just broke my heart. I don't know. And that's why this is so good. And you're making me angry with things you're saying to me. But I love you for it. And why can't they just agree to disagree?
You know, liberty and justice for all. Every American child is raised with that. But they're never taught what it means. Conservatives are very concerned about liberty, individual rights. Liberals are more concerned about justice. What about those smaller groups that might get run over by the bigger groups? If you just go with justice only, no concern for liberty, just justice, you get totalitarianism. And if you have liberty without justice, you wind up with a different kind of domination. You wind up with corporate domination. And then the corporations buy your government. And then you're really screwed. And so the people who are strong on liberty and the people who are strong on justice are supposed to work together. And together we can solve a bunch of problems. Right now, we've been turned into enemies of each other. That's why America doesn't work. And until we start doing this, I mean all across the country, we're not going to make it.
You've opened up a lot of things here. Even though they're at that end and you're at that end, you've been able to show this family in their home the respect they deserve. And to me, once again, that's what it's all about.
Well said.